and I'm back with another episode of ShayS Relationship Files. Good morning to you all. I hope everyone in the morning is doing well and you guys are staying safe out there this morning. And today I wanted to talk about the topic on should you still communicate with an ex once you end the relationship. And remember to like, share, and subscribe while we talk about this topic. Again, the topic today is should you still keep communication with an ex? Now, the reason why I thought of this topic today because I hear so many people like different shows, reality shows, just everyday people say like a lot of times like, oh, I still keep up with my ex, or I still text and communicate with my ex. And I understand there are certain reasons to keep up with an ex. Like if y'all have kids together, and of course he's in his kid's life, that's a valid reason to have some type of communication. Because of course y'all have to communicate to make plans for the kids to see their father or this, that, and the third. Now that is understandable, but there are people who would keep communication with past people they were dating and they don't have any kids or anything. And that's when it's like weird. I mean, you can help, you can wish a person well once you end the relationship, like wish them well once you end it, and that's it. But I don't think there's no reason to continue to communicate with an ex, especially in marriage, because it's just not all the things that we kind of talked about in the past few episodes about respecting your relationship and respecting your mate. And that's a form of respect too, is not continuing to keep communication with someone you had a personal relationship with prior to your husband. That's just not showing respect. Even though some people would make that excuse like, oh, I'm not doing nothing, personal, or it's not something, inappropriate, or it's just I check in, whatever the case they reason. But it just doesn't, it's not a written code per se, but it's something that just you shouldn't do. If you have respect for your relationship and for your husband, or if you have respect for your wife, you shouldn't be keeping communication with somebody, especially when there's no kids involved. What's the reason to continue to talk? And most of the time, many exes, when they try to pop back into your life, when they know you're married, they just really doing that to try to ruin your marriage, or to see if they can get you to respond to them and try to mess up what you have. And there's so many other women today that I've seen that fall for that stupidity of thinking, oh, he just really want to be friends. Like, and then another thing, it's like, I feel like some of these women and men that continue to communicate with their exes, I think sometimes they still be holding on to some type of feelings for them, even though they're not with them no more. Because, like I said again, besides if you had kids together, what other reason would there be to continuously talk to someone that's supposed to be in your past? I really feel like if there's no kids involved, there's no reason for it. I mean, I understand people have had years and years relationship, even been close probably to the parents of the person they were with, all those things. I understand that. But over time, those things will heal. I mean, if you see that his mom or something in passing, she say hi, I mean, you can speak, but having full-blown communication with family members of a person you're no longer with, or communicating directly to that person, is just not okay. and it's just a complete disrespect to your marriage and to your spouse. You shouldn't do that, and that's just my opinion. Everybody has a right to make their choice of what they choose, they feel comfortable with. But I'm saying, for me personally, I just don't agree with that. I don't feel like it's honest, and I just feel like it's completely rude and disrespectful. And sometimes I even see a double standard where there's women who would think, oh, I can conversate with ex, and it's fine. I know what not to do and stuff. But then right when your spouse does it, it's World War III. Like, and this goes back to the simple saying, treat others how you would want to be treated. So even if you do have self-control, that still doesn't mean you should put yourself in a situation. And that's not even just a relationship, that's with life, period. Just because you have self-control doesn't mean you purposely put yourself in a situation that could cause you to do the wrong thing, or for someone to think they can do something to you. Hey, good morning, Lego Vinman. We are talking about how, when is it the line is drawn when it comes to. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. We're talking about how, when it's time to cut off communication with an ex, especially when you don't have any kids. Like, is it okay? Do you think it's okay to continue talking with someone that you're no longer with if there's no kids involved? And I was just talking about how that doesn't show respect to the other person you're with if you're continuing communication, yeah, with someone that you're no longer with. It's just, it's not respectful at all, and it's just really rude. And then I feel like too, if you're gonna continue to communicate with someone that you no longer dating, then maybe it's best for you not to involve a new person in your life until you fully process your feelings away and heal from the past situation, because that wouldn't be fair to the person that you're with or trying to date, because you're not all in when it comes to the relationship. You're liking that new person, but then your mind is still on the past. You can't really move on with what's in front of you if you're continuing to be stuck on the past or whatever, or on that person. And it's not the easiest thing. I'm not saying that, because every time somebody hurts you, or a heartbreak is definitely a process. It hurts, and it definitely takes time, and it's different for everybody how long it takes for you to really heal. But your heart will heal. It's just a matter of you giving yourself time to heal, not to jump so quick into something else before. Because what made me think about this too, I was reading this article, and they were talking about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, and they were talking about how they feel like the reason why none of her relationships work out is because every time a person doesn't work out, she just jumps to the next person. She don't never take time to heal. That's at least their opinion. They feel like she doesn't take the time to really be with herself a while after a breakup, and just really focus and try to adjust and process things and really heal before she goes into another relationship. And they mentioned like she just feel like she need love around her to order to live. But I feel like everyone wants love around them, and that's good to have love around you. But when it's not the right kind of love, or if you're not giving yourself time to process but when you break up with a person, if you're not giving yourself time to heal, all you're going to end up doing is taking whatever baggage and things that you had with that past relationship, you're going to bring it right into your current, and it's not going to help, because whatever that person did to hurt you, you're going to automatically assume that the person you're dealing with currently is going to do the same thing, or you're gonna just kind of almost tarnish the relationship that you have, the new relationship, because you're so stuck on the past. And also, even if you do have an ex or something that you have kids with, and while you're married to someone else now, there's still also respect factor even with that, because even though you have to communicate, of course, with them, because they're the father of your children, you had with them before you met your mate or your spouse. um, you still want to have a certain respect towards them, I think. Like, I don't think you should be talking about anything personal. I mean, the most you should ask a baby father or something is like, "Hi, how you doing?" And then after that, like, just mainly it should be about the kids. You want to keep it a boundary set, because I've seen time and time again in my experience in life how so many people, when they're having ex or whatever that they had kids with, they still kind of have that personal vendetta against them, where the conversation never sticks to be about the kids. It always end up them fussing about, oh, why you with this person, or why you did this, or just like find stupid reasons to fuss with them, because you're really angry that y'all not together no more. But it's like you use little itsy bitsy things to blow up. Now, I'm not saying sometimes some of these people out here, men or women, can be difficult to deal with when you're moved on with your life and they don't like to accept that, and sometimes they can make it hard for you. I understand that, but still, when you are now moved on to a whole different relationship, you do want to still have respectful communication with the baby father or baby mother, but you do want to do it respectfully, and you do want to have some form of respect. Like, if you're going to drop the kids off to them, let your mate be with you. If you're gonna drop them off, it shouldn't be you dropping them off going to his house by yourself, or vice versa. If you really trying to move on, that past is definitely past. You can still do that while still making sure that he or she see their kids and stuff. But you just want to try to not make it too personal, in a sense of where it's crossing a line, or making them think it's a possibility that they can get with you, or tease them, or whatever the case may be, just because you want to mess with them, because you don't want them no more. But some women give them the idea. And then another thing that I hear a lot about this, while we're on the topic, I've heard so many women say this, and I don't understand it. They say once someone is their baby's father, that basically they feel like, in a sense, they own them. Like, even if they decide to not be with that person no more, that they kind of still have that control, like, in a sense, like, oh, I can do anything I want with my baby father if I feel like it, because it's my baby father. But I'm like, if y'all not together and you're in a totally different relationship, and whatever the case may be, then you don't control that baby mom or baby father, which I hate the baby father baby mama term. You don't control him or her once the relationship ends. Only priority y'all have together is if y'all have kids. Now, if there's no kids involved, then there's nothing you can say or have a say in with that person. But I like what we were talking about. If it's your baby father, you still, if you not with him anymore, with her anymore, you cannot tell them who they should date, this, that, and the third. That's not your business anymore. The only thing you guys should be discussing, like I said, is about the kids, what the kids need, if there's things, activities. That's the things you talk about. But it's nothing in their personal life that should be of your concern unless the person is putting themselves in a harmful position, like smoking or drinking a lot, and when they watch the kids and things and that, like that's different, because that's safety precautions as far as the kids go, or making sure the kids is in a safe environment that you're taking them to when you take them to visit them. But besides that aspect, there's no reason you should be indulging yourself in their love life once you decided to end the relationship side of things. You should be just strictly platonic, as they call it, strictly just about the kids only, and not about what they doing and all that jazz. Like, that's not nothing to do with the other. And like I said, I feel like a lot of times when people are doing that, crossing that boundary, is because there's feelings still there and there's hurt still there. So they constantly, every time they're in contact with them for the kids, it don't just stick on the kids. It's always goes into a lash out, an argument of some sort. It just, yeah. So yeah, that's definitely my opinion on that topic in regards to how you should communicate if you have kids with the next, and when you don't, how you should stop communication, period. Because it's just no reason at all for to be talking to someone you're no longer with. And there's just no reason, because all it does is reopen the wounds back up that hurted you in the first place. So why you stop talking to that person? And you can always pray and wish a person well, but besides that, there's no reason for you to directly communicate with someone you're no longer with or don't have kids with. There's no reason to be talking to them, to be Instagramming them, any of those things. But you guys let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. Again, we talked about today, when should you continue to communicate with an ex if there's no kids involved? Is there a valid reason that you should still continue that communication? So definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. And again, to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next episode. I do usually be off on Sunday, so I won't be posting tomorrow, but I will be back Monday morning. And again, I hope you guys have a great day today. Continue to stay safe today. And I will see you guys next episode. Peace.